Marty. Welcome to another video. Quick little video here just to share a few things I made in my truck. I try to make the best use of my time, and right now I am in Sanger, California, just east of Fresno, out in the middle of orange orchards here, and mountains to the east, and rolling hills, and hills, and orange groves all around me. Just beautiful. Anyway, I've been here since like 3 o'clock yesterday, and it's like 10 a.m. On Wednesday morning now, so still waiting to get a door to get loaded. With oranges going back to Minnesota, I got plenty of time, but yeah, I just been hanging out, waiting for a door, and doing different things in the truck. I just try to make the best use of my time when I'm waiting, when I have downtime. I'm a truck driver, I'm on the road a lot. When I'm out here, I have books to read, I got my Bible, I got my carving kit, I can carve things, I got movies I can watch, I can exercise, go for walks, I got hiking stuff on my packs and all that gear, DIY stuff. I got a lot of hobbies and things I can use just to make the best use of my time. I make videos too, so I thought I'd carve a little bit this morning. I really enjoy carving. Carving is one thing. It's a form of woodworking I can do anywhere. I can do it on the road. I can do anywhere. So I sit in the front seat here. Sometimes I'll sit outside, and I'll just whittle and I'll carve. And I just use a knife. I have a carving kit where I have a hook knife for carving spoons, and then a more knife. But also I have a little flex cut whittler I use, and a Swiss Army knife, a couple other little knives, and just making little things like this is fun. And I really enjoy carving spoons. I've done that for a few years. And these are two things that I started carving that I really enjoy. So these here, I call them coffee stirrers. It's just a small spoon. It's really small, and it doesn't have much of a bowl, but it's just for stirring coffee, stirring, chai latte, teas, hot chocolate, bouillon, soup, or whatever, just for a little stir. And you could use it as a coffee scoop, I guess, also, but they work nice. And I started carving these, just a little spoon for stirring coffee. And then I started making these too. And what these are kind of an old ancient thing. It's called an eating pick. And it's just a pick. It's just a pointed piece of wood to jab a piece of meat or potato or whatever. You really don't need forks. These really work good, actually. I got a one in here that I use when I eat all the time now. I hardly ever use a fork. Well, unless I'm eating noodles or something. But a lot of times I'll just use an eating pick. They're just kind of fun to use. That's eating picks and some little coffee stirrers that I make. Here's the thing about these. When I carve, this is actually when I do all carving, and actually the way I do all woodworking, even if it's scroll sign or doing other things, I like to be unique. I don't like to be like everybody else. I like to make things different and put my own spin on them. And actually, I'm like that in all of life, in every area, really. I'm unique and different. I mean, look at me. I mean, you gotta admit. But that's the way I like to be. So these spoons, and even these two are different. I might have a little pattern that I made. I made the pattern, and I'll just trace it. But then every single one is different. I mean, look at these; aren't even close to being the same. And same with these. These are different than the ones I made before, and they're shorter. Actually, I made a short one to put in one of my cook kits that I have in my backpack. I have a longer one that I use in here, but they're just different, and I like to make them unique. And they're not perfect either. They're not at all perfect. I mean, look at them close. They're not perfect, but I think they're pretty and they're useful. So, and I purposely, when I carve them, I'll carve. I want to get them smooth, and so if I'm making a spoon that goes in your mouth, I'll make the bowl part really smooth at least. But otherwise, I just make them different ways, And then when I go to sand them, I'll sand them, but I'll also leave some of the knife, the facets of the knife and the different curves and imperfections and stuff. And I don't know, I just like that. And so yeah, and so I'll lightly sand them and get them nice, and then I just finish them with mineral oil. I think mineral oil is the best because it's food safe. It's actually a laxative, and it brings out the grain and color of the wood, and it finishes them good. It's a food safe finish to put on things, and that's what I use on my spoons that I make, my coffee stirrers, my coffee scoops, my little eating picks, whatever I'm carving, cutting boards too. I'll just put mineral oil on them. But yeah, they're not perfect by any means, but I think they turned out nice. A few different woods here. Gosh, I think I have birch. I think this one was dogwood. This, I believe, is alder, and I believe this is walnut. Yeah, just some different woods, and I just felt like carving a few. And they're just fun, and I like to make these and give them for gifts too. And they're so useful, and I just made them out of, I don't know, I mean, you can use scrap pieces of dimensional lumber, but you can also use twigs and branches. And just whittle and carve. It's just fun. And you can do it anywhere. You know, it's fun to have your wood shop. I like to be in my shop at home when I'm home sometimes, and make things. But this is a form of woodworking I can do anywhere and on the road. And sometimes I'll bring my scroll saw too, but this is something I can do anytime. And outside, inside. And the thing I do here, just another little side note, I sit in the front seat, and I have a bin here. And so all the scrap, most of it, goes in this plastic bin here. And this is perfect tinder. So I put some of this in my little fire kits for tinder, for campfires and stuff, or for using my little fire can, which I haven't done forever. I should do that. I should make a little fire in my fire can, a little self-contained fire. But yeah, it's great tinder for fire kits and for campfires and stuff. So I try to save a lot of that, those shavings and stuff. And yeah, and then I just sweep what I missed out the door. but yeah, sometimes I'll carve right here, or I'll carve outside. I'll sit in the hammock and carve. It's just fun. Just give whittling a chance. You know, you don't need a fancy knife. Again, I have a Mora in my carving kit. I've carved like 300 spoons with that same knife. I've never even sharpened it. I just strop it. I have a couple other little knives. You don't need fancy knives. You can use a little Swiss Army knife or pocket knife or whatever and make some really cool things. So I just encourage you to give carving a try, and I think you'll enjoy it. And yeah, this is something I like to do to pass the time and make good use of my time too. And I made some useful things and some really cool new little woodworking things in the truck here. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Check out my spread shop links if you want some Marty's Ramblings things. You don't have to, but if you do, it helps the channel. And I got some Amazon links of different gear I get if you want to check out. But you don't have to. My videos will always be free. I work full time. This is just a hobby. I just like to share my life and help people smile. And yeah, so anyway, hope you're all doing well, and we'll see you on the next video.